The pictures tell the story. This life had many shades. I'd wake up every morning, and before I'd start each day, I'd take a drag from last night's cigarette that smoldered in its tray. Down a little something, then be on my way.
What up, guys? You want to know who the real threat to democracy is?
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
It's the Jack Daniel people and the people who put that stupid-ass whiskey in the secondary and people pay for it. They're truly a threat to democracy. Anyways, enough of that dumb fuckery, kind of like our president. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Fantastic.
How do they say that? That elevated quickly.
Escalated, yes, sir.
I was thinking about it as I was sitting here. I was like, oh, shit, I forgot about the red light. I have that.
Oh, my gosh. Is anybody else getting static?
I was hearing that, too.
Yeah. There's a scratch somewhere. Someone got some scratching going on. Who's doing the scratching? Nope, still going on. It's not Blue Snowball.
I'm on a Dell tonight.
It's great. It's not Mark for once. When you're in the bar with that headset on, it is the worst shit ever. Who's doing that? Is that me?
I don't
myself.
Still there.
We have a culprit somewhere.
It's a ticket
I
now.
muted myself too, and I was just wanting to see if it was me. You know what? Who gives a fuck?
It's
this is not a
even
professional.
We're
This
good.
is not a professional gig.
No, we're not here to be professional. At all.
No, but
What's
for
up?
real, guys, how's everybody doing? I know I've been kind of absent a few. Dude, it's so busy right now between football and working and class and all kinds of other.
I get that, man. Same here.
So I do apologize, and thank you, David, for kind of taking the helm for the what for.
Oh, sure, happy to do it.
Hold on a second. Hold on, Jose. Let me say it like this. Thank you, David. You know we all care. Thank you.
I just
Yeah, that's how I feel every time he does that. He whispers. I'm like, what?
Bro.
You can always not listen to it. I'm just saying it's an option.
I've been so busy. I'm so behind on my drinking and everything else, which is a good thing. I went from doing deliveries twice a week to 4 days a week. So after I make a delivery, I got to come back home and make sauce. So tomorrow I'm delivering 4,200 bottles to.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah. And for some odd reason.
Here's that.
Yeah.
And real quick, when you guys talk about making the sauce, just so the viewers will understand, we're not talking about masturbation.
And there's the show. Good night, folks. We'll talk to you guys next
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
You can't say that shit just took a drink of whiskey, man.
Escalation. Let's just juxtapose that to one of the catchphrases about having it in and around your mouth.
Yeah. What do you say, Rob? My mouth was open. What are you doing?
That's it.
Busy for a long time.
No, everybody's increased their
Watching
orders.
the viewer count going down.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, no.
Everybody's increased their orders. I'm now up to 3 local restaurants using the sauce. So it's that and the gallons that they're asking for. So I actually spent about $5,000 today, and I ordered 2 more sauce making machines.
Damn.
So
Look at you.
Damn.
Good
yeah,
shit, man.
I officially need a fucking warehouse.
Sounds like
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking to my buddy Clayton Bigsby, he goes on as Clayton Bigsby on here about he's excited about getting that sauce. I think he ordered the original
Special white sauce.
No, he did. No, he didn't get the Alabama Slammer, but he ordered some different ones. He's excited about it. But
That white sauce
he might
in and
come on
around your
here
mouth,
to
man. I
fuck
tell
with
you
me.
what.
That's it. All right. So on that note, what's everybody
You
drinking?
put that white sauce on a big dog and just brush it up everywhere.
Jody's having a gathering at his place, and no one's gonna go now. You know what? I think my grandmother's on fire that day. I'm gonna have to go put her out.
Hey, really? You would go that far to say your grandmother's on fire? Come on, who says that? You could say, hey, you're fixing your hair, or you're trying to teach your stepson not to drink whiskey.
I think Jody's having a sausage fest at his house. That's what he's having.
Okay, I thought that's what that's.
You could actually lean into it and be like, this is gonna be like the October 1st sausage fest.
And a lot of people in the invite, put in and around your mouth.
There you go.
There you go.
I tell you, this becomes more and more like a bar every single
episode.
I'm here for it.
Oh man.
So, what's everybody drinking?
I'm drinking good old H2O.
Okay. I'm actually drinking tonight, having some Blue Notes.
Oh, yes. Very nice.
I had some of that last night. It's good stuff.
Yeah. 93. I haven't opened, I think it's Blue Note 9, I think it's called. I haven't opened that one yet, but I will be getting into that soon. So, talk to me, guys. What else? What else you guys are drinking?
I'm drinking the Spirit Works. Mark sent me a while ago.
Dude, that stuff is great on ribs. I have been putting it on ribs, and that stuff is awesome on ribs.
It's also not bad on my ribs. So
I'm just saying for stuff that I've used on the grill, the types of like, I don't know, additional spirits and stuff. That's been a great one, to be honest with you. It has a sweeter taste to it, and it brings up some of that definitely on ribs. It brings out some of the sweetness definitely after you put barbecue and garlic and all that nonsense on it. It's just really good.
Yeah, this is, from what I remember, this is 100%. What I like about it is it's 100% wheat. What I don't like about it is that it's a little bit young, and you can tell. But overall, like, not unpleasant, very drinkable. It's for something this young. So I've definitely appreciated it, and I'm trying to knock it down because I'm consolidating because I have to keep shit locked up now. But enough about that. What's Gina? What you drinking, sir?
I have got some Uncle Nearest 1856.
Nice.
That's their 100 proof variety. This is one of my favorites. I enjoy this. This is another one I pick up every time I find it.
For sure.
So
nice.
Definitely a good bourbon.
Rob, are you working?
Yeah.
Are you working? I like it. I like
it. You an old shitty right now?
By this beautiful room I got going on here.
And the 70s called. They want their whatever the hell that is back.
The Partridge Family just called.
That's what I was looking for. I was trying to think of what that was.
Not the Partridge Family.
Yeah, I am. I'm in Fort Wayne for the week, so
yeah,
4th week now.
Okay.
I'm just
making it. You get that raise? You talking to that CEO yet?
No, I didn't. but hey, he did buy drinks for me that night. So
something.
You know,
something.
We were so Fort Wayne's like just interesting shit. Second largest city in Indiana. Would never thought that. But the Hampton Inn in downtown has 7 floors. Has this bar on the top of the top floor with an outdoor deck with about 35 or 40 bourbons. That's where he took me. He was staying there. I'm like, okay, well, I'm doing that bourbon. I want that one. I want that, and I want a Manhattan out of that one.
Hell yeah, that's the way you do it.
So, yeah.
And the next day, he got a call from Human Resources. Hey, listen, we got a question about. Just curious.
Business expense. Expense.
What's Eagle? What's Eagle Rare 17?
That's when you get the non-itemized receipt.
Mm-hmm.
What's Eagle Rare 17?
How do you think I enjoy my lobster bisque?
So I'm drinking a little Elijah Craig Barrel Proof tonight. Picked up here in Fort Wayne.
Nice.
Yeah. I was surprised at bourbon prices. They're relatively MSRP for the most part. They had a bunch of barrel here. They did it with like 5 store picks of different barrels that they had, all at $99 a bottle.
Nice.
So I picked up. I probably had a picture of it a few weeks ago, but I picked up. They had a store pick Stellum Rye that you inspired me to open when I got home last week, and that was delicious. That was fantastic. So
Nice.
yeah.
All right, Godfather, you're up. Tell us what you're drinking, sir.
Well, tonight I'm drinking. Well, I started with this new product called the Hard Arnold, which is craft vodka, lemonade, and black tea. It's 10%.
Okay.
And it's basically like an Arnold Palmer. Yeah. Whereas the Arnold Palmer Spiked is more of a malted beverage, where it's iced tea, lemonade, and malted beverage. And this just so much better, a little more expensive, but it's this one's 10% alcohol. The other ones are 5%. I like the cans with more alcohol in them.
Are they sold in packs or are they separately?
Yeah, they're packs of 4 now, like everything else.
Okay, and what are they going for, if you don't mind me asking?
I have no idea. I usually don't ask prices when I walk into this certain store. I just buy because they usually just they're very fair with me, very fair.
Yeah.
And
usually stuff like that
that is what you call a flex.
Well, I mean, I'm guessing maybe $8 to $10, I would imagine.
Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Typically, with the high gravity craft beer type stuff, you are looking at, if you see a 4-pack like that, $10 to $15 for something. Okay. It just depends on what it is, and the branding and stuff like that. But it's not. It's pretty normal. I would be surprised if it was anything more than that.
And then I'm drinking. I just poured actually a fresh crack, if you will, of Penelope Architect build number 3.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I'm supposed to have a bottle to go pick that up myself.
I haven't seen that one out there yet.
My guy called me.
I need to get some.
Hadn't had a chance to get down there yet.
Nice. Hey, Jody, do you get that XO?
What I was saying is, I mean, yeah, if you want to get it for me, that'd be great. I was saying that I've only had the XO that's the bourbon barrel one, finished in bourbon barrel. It's fantastic. I have it downstairs, but I've never had the one that any of the ones you showed me the picture of last night.
All right. Well, I will hit there on the way out of town tomorrow.
Cool.
Chuck, I need you to tell me. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Chuck, I need you to tell me what you think of that if you've tried it.
Okay,
I've seen it on the shelves before, and I've been very curious.
That I've just picked up today a few hours ago. Eldorado 15. I have the 12-year, the 21-year, and I haven't had the 15, and I picked it up. And I will let you know, but I was wondering if anybody had any thoughts on this. Mark, what do you think?
Mark, what's up?
It's been a while since I've had it, but I liked it. I just don't have the bottle now. We killed it.
Okay.
Is it rum?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a rum. And it's a little bit higher on the price compared to a lot of the other like baseline. So you see it's like, $30 bottle, $30 bottle. Here's this Eldorado, and it's like, I don't know, $55, $60, something like that.
And so when you say stuff like that, I sit here and go, that doesn't seem high at all. And it's because when you're talking about buying, when I'm talking about when you're buying bourbon all the time, like.
Oh, I know. It's a different metric for rum, at least for me. Because it has decent rum anyway. Has a lower floor, versus you have fancier tasting bourbons, but like I think a lot of good bourbon also has a lower floor. But if you're talking about like something like Scotch or Irish whiskey, it's going to have a higher floor in terms of quality. Like you can't get like a cheap ass Scotch that's going to be any good. For example,
I know this, or even a good Scotch.
So David, let me ask you this. David, would you pay more for a good rum than you would a decent bourbon?
If I knew it was really good, yes. Just because there's such a wide availability of good bourbon that you don't have to break the bank on. Like you can get for $60, you can walk out of pretty much any store in Tennessee very happy with what you have. That's not necessarily going to be the case with rum. So if I see one that I know that I really love or is really well reputed and I find it, I would be a lot more excited to be taking it home.
So let me ask you that though. When it comes to rum, is that based on your location?
Probably to some extent, because you can find all kinds of whiskeys, all kinds of bourbons, especially in Tennessee. The rum selection tends to be a little bit thinner. There are certain things you can rely on, even some good things that you can rely on and finding, like the Mount Gay XO. You can find in most stores around here. They usually have at least one bottle lying around, and some other good stuff that is a little bit lower priced. But in terms of like a good selection of quality rum, no, it's going to be catch as catch can. You'll be lucky to find a store that has a really good selection of rum up here.
And the reason I ask, because if you walk into, let's say, even a box store, Total Wines and Spirits, there's going to be one row of bourbons and stuff like that, all kind of mingled together. But there will literally be 2 or 3 rows of rum here in Miami.
It's the opposite here. Like you'll get 2 or 3 rows of whiskeys here, and you'll have like one row for rum, and then your vodkas and your tequilas and stuff like that. There's one of each. I'm getting some massive feedback off of somebody. I can hear the whole conversation in reverb. Basically, I don't know who that is, but whatever. So yeah, it's basically flipped, and that's based on probably just whatever the local interest is. A lot more bourbon drinkers up here. Who was it? Was it Rob?
Yeah.
I don't know how. I'm literally working off my
fucking
computer.
Blue Snowball.
It's strictly computer mic, man.
It's all good, man. It's fine.
No, I guess it's it is like based on location, because of course us being so close to the Caribbean and whatnot, we have better access to different rums. I mean, the rum selection, there's actually a store in Kendall, and all they have is rum. And they have some stuff that range from, $20 all the way up to like $300. It's like really.
I would be super excited to check a store like that out. I probably wouldn't pay $300 on a bottle, but I might spend $150 on 2 or 3 bottles.
I mean, it's kind of a tourist spot, but at the same time, you can go there and really find some nice rums, like really, really nice rums.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But that is a great question, though, because with our experience in bourbon consumption and whiskey, and we've all pretty much had everything. If you were sitting at a place, let's just say hypothetically, there was a nice like whiskey rum bar, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And you could have a choice between the two, and you're like, for me, I there's only a few rums. Like I own the Zacapa XO. Got the Zacapa, what is it, 28 year, 27 year, whatever it is.
23.
Yeah, I got that.
There may be others, I don't know, but I've seen
and then I have the XO Mount Gay, which is my favorite rum. And then I got the Pilar, the different variants of that, so on and so on. But if I had an opportunity to maybe try, like you were talking about that $300 bottle, and they were like, hey, you want to pour from this? And it's, I don't know, $30 for a pour, hypothetically. Or I could get a $30 pour of something I've already had, or may even have at my home. I think I would go with something I've never had, because I think that'd be kind of neat, because I do like good rum. That one that you sent me, Mark, is really good too. The starts with an S. I forget what it's called. It's downstairs though, but it's good. You sent it to David as well.
Okay.
Which was an S?
Trying to think which one it was. It the Angostura?
No, it started with an S.
I don't know. I got a whole lot of rum. So.
I'm drawing a blank too. I don't know, but
hey, I mean, if you like it, that's what counts.
Yeah, that's right. That's all that matters.
And
did you like that Navy Yard, by the way?
Oh, I forgot about that. That's a good one too.
Yeah,
that's a real
and
good
that's a New England rum, which is weird.
Yeah,
because it's cold there. Yeah.
And here, so we have Bacardi, which is headquarters here in Miami. And being so close to Puerto Rico, we get a lot of exclusive stuff. I'm not talking about the lower shelf stuff. I'm not talking about like, what's that one that everybody uses, Malibu and all that other stuff. And, all that stuff is used for mixing, rum and cokes and things like that. But the stuff you get from Bacardi, they have an offering every year that they put out. And they actually have a couple of blends that are exclusive to Miami.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Bacardi 8.
Yeah.
I'll be into that.
Yeah. It's
actually, just most people have to get past the idea that that rum is supposed to taste like spiced rum, which is like the the Captain Morgan, Sailor Jerry, Kraken stuff. It's just not very good. I mean, if you really like spiced rum, fine. I'm not trying to shit on you, but like most people who have develop an appreciation for rum, like you learn quickly to give that kind of stuff a pass. I have yet to find a spiced rum that I can stand, honestly.
You know, you like the Kraken.
It's such a cool, like the cool branding and stuff, and the name, the bottle looks cool. But like you're drinking it, it's like to me, it's really no different from Captain Morgan.
To me, it tastes a lot like licorice.
I've never had it.
Yeah, you do get that. Yeah, you're not missing anything. It could be okay if you're making like a dark and stormy or something like that. But like aside from that,
it's
I would
great
not drink
in a what are the wintertime apple ciders? Yeah, it's good in that too.
Yeah.
It's also good in a 7-Eleven slushy.
Did you say dark and stormy? Hold on, David. You said dark and stormy. I think I know her.
We've already talked about why you can't go back to Atlanta.
I was just getting ready to take my thunder. I was
That's
like,
the
we call
stormy
that
part.
the ATL.
Let me make sure she's watching right now.
Just hating. I'm gonna get an angry react up there.
But you know what I think it is with the rums, they haven't quite got the traction as bourbons and whiskeys have gotten as of late.
Yeah.
I would say the last 10 years. So rum is still typically a party type of drink. It's always mixed. Nobody's drinking rum straight up.
I drink it straight up. That's
I
how I
mean,
drink it.
you know,
we're not like the kind of people that's normally.
I don't like
marketing
to mix anything. Every now and then, I don't mind having like a Manhattan or
old fashioned
or something like that. But even the old fashions. Now I had a great one the other day made with the company where I got Gino's signed bottle by the master distiller and stuff and all of that.
Nice.
But I was at their distillery. It's a small little place. I mean, it's probably the size of my garage. It's really, really small. But they have a nice little bar in there, and they only serve company products or Clark products. And he's done some new branding, so there will be no more of the black and tans and stuff like that that he was making. So it's all new branding. It's all based off of the company now. That's the big deal. But anyway, they're coming out with a limited release of the cask strength, which it's literally going to be, I think it's either less than 500 bottles or less than 300 bottles. John and I are both on the list, but it's first come, first serve type thing. And you guys know how the bourbon world is. It'll probably happen on like 5:30 in the afternoon on a Friday as I'm heading to the football game, one of those kind of things. But if I get the chance to get them, I'm going to pick up a couple bottles for each of us here or what I can. But that sounds fascinating because that's their own stuff too.
Nice. Chuck, give us some bourbon news, Chuck. What we got? What's new?
Yeah,
Well, today Woodford released their honey barrel bourbon at their distillery, and it looked like it went well. Everybody showed up and grabbed their bottles or snagged them, if you will, and
Now, is it going to be released to everybody, or is it just going to be released to the distillery?
that's just a distillery release. We're starting to see that more and more often now. You know how we had that issue with or thing with that single barrel. What was that? Evan Williams with the black wax on it, where that's going to be distillery only coming up. We're going to start seeing that with products probably. Now, I'm just speculating here, but I think this is going to become Kentucky only, possibly.
Wow.
The
Wild
101?
Turkey 101.
Wow.
Damn.
Crazy.
I think we're going to see that in the future.
Wow.
Anything interesting? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, as far as interesting goes, not lately. It has been pretty dead, other than the few.
We
things
had the
that
run last week of the what's it called now? Is it Greenbrier's Brothers or whatever it's called? It used to be Bell Mead.
Oh, Nelson Brothers.
Nelson Brothers, their release of the Honeycast.
Yes.
They didn't even send out emails, but I don't think they sent them out to anybody. I think it was employees from the distillery that contacted a few people because John and I both. John was called and John called me, and I'm like, dude, I'm not driving up there standing in line. And then the prices were they significantly went up. It was $200 per bottle this year, where last year was like $170. The year before that was like $79.
Wow.
So they're like just keeps going up. And I think they're only 700 milliliters. I could be wrong, but I think it's only a 700 milliliter bottle as well, which is what I hear everybody's going to shortly.
Yes. Or they're like for the distillery releases, you're going to see 375 milliliter bottles. As a matter of fact, who is it? Jack Daniels.
Yeah, that little hazmat one that
little, you know, this one here with the neck tag on it. You know, you're going to start seeing 375s, but they're all going to be distillery only, unless it's like a distiller's pick, like this one here is a rye. And, you know, it's just, you're going to see a lot of that. You're seeing a lot of that with Jack Daniels. You're seeing it with Woodford Reserve with the 375s. Old Carter's even starting to do this now, where they're releasing so many 375 milliliter bottles and so many 750s.
So Chuck, I want you to educate me a little bit. When they do a drop, say it's 400 or 500 bottles, they get all this stuff packaged up and they decide when and where they're going to ship it to, or is it something where they have to try to allocate to every state?
They have to allocate it. Well, it depends on what system you're in too. There's a 3-tier system and a 4-tier system. 3-tier system would be your distiller. Then you have your distributor. Then you have your store, your storefronts. 4-tier systems, you have like Texas, I believe, has 4-tier where it's your distributor or distiller. Then you have a middleman, a broker. Then you have your distributor. Then you have your store. And I think it all, and then you have your state-run stores like Pennsylvania, Ohio, several others. But I'm sorry, Billy, I just got too tied up with what was really your question?
No, I was just like really trying to figure out how they decide to allocate it. So just for instance, here in Florida, and I know it's not even the same animal, but if you want Corona for your store, there's only 2 distributors who can get you Corona. There's Gold Coast and Eagle. They're the only ones who can sell you directly Corona. There's no other way to get your hands on it. So they can kind of pigeonhole you as to what they're charging you for, how much you have to buy, and the specials and the whole nine. So when it comes to bourbon, and I'm not even talking about, you know, special releases, just a regular, you know, say a Buffalo Trace or something like that. Do they decide who decides where it goes and when it goes? Because it seems like certain states will get it first, and then it kind of goes down from there. You know, who decides that, you know, Boston gets it, then New York gets it, then Tennessee gets it, then California, and then Florida gets shitted on last. Like, how does that happen?
Yeah. Okay, I got it. So your distiller has little say in this. It's mostly your distributors. And
well, there's also the caveat too. You have to have licensing in each state too, to sell or to send distilled products to.
Sure.
So there's that, because that's one of the things that we were talking about with Copper Sky, and then I was also talking about it this past week with the representatives from Mr. Clark and all the people from the company. Is that, you know, hey, I got a bunch of my friends who they all love your product and they have it, and they've been able to receive it via dog shampoo. And when are you guys going to start selling it? Like, for example, in Florida or whatever. And he's like, well, we don't have licensing there yet to distill products.
Now I get it. Okay. So I only wonder because it seems like a lot of states will get stuff that's hard to get. Like, for instance, I've never seen Weller on the shelf here in Florida. I've never seen it. I've never seen Weller.
You'll rarely see that on the shelf anywhere, though.
Well,
Right now, that's true.
I mean, but just to give you guys a for instance, Rob sent me some dog shampoo, and he sent me 2 bottles of dog shampoo, and I still have one left because I know I'm not going to get it here. You know, Pet Supermarket just doesn't carry it, so it's like, What do I do? But I've never seen that particular on the shelf. So
It's not my dog for once.
Not me.
Not mine either. Mine's sitting here.
I do
looking
have.
at
I've got 3 dogs downstairs, or 2
That was
dogs
my
downstairs.
that was
barking
that
their
was
asses off.
my dog looking for the dog shampoo. Sorry.
There you go. Where's my fucking shampoo? I'm trying to take a shower over here.
That was my bug carrying on it some noise somewhere.
No,
That's
so
funny.
I was just wondering. Now that you guys tell me that, like, you got to have a license, but you, even though Weller's hard to get anywhere else, I've never seen Weller anywhere on the shelf here.
Well,
Well,
you know,
I have gotten.
it's
I'm sorry,
ABC
Mark. Go ahead.
I was going to say it's ABC only in Florida. That's why. It's that weird Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, 'cause that's exactly what I was going to say. I've actually seen it in Florida at the ABC store in Panama City.
I don't go to ABC very often, because we got, I have my local store that I go to, but I've never seen it. But okay, now I understand. Got it. Okay.
And that's probably because of the mass production of sales and allocations that they have. I mean, ABC is the store in Florida.
No, absolutely. And I'm surprised Total Wines doesn't have anything like that, because they're pretty big actually here in Florida. I mean, you can look online, and I mean, they're probably no more than 7 miles apart. They're really easy to get to. And a lot of times, if you walk into a Total Wines and you ask for something and they don't have it, they'll say, well, let me check the store, right around the corner. And they'll be like, okay, yeah, they have it. And they'll hold it for you and go pick it up. I've seen Booker's at Total Wines on a rare occasion. Taylor, I've seen Buffalo Trace, which they only give you one per customer. Stranahan's a bunch of times. And
No, see, that's something I don't see a lot here is Stranahan's.
Really? Yeah,
I mean, we have it, and I have seen it on the shelf, but you don't see it nearly as much as I'm going to see Buffalo Trace a lot more. Than I'm gonna see
that's true.
It's plentiful here with the Stranahan's, and they carry just about every Michter's product that's baseline, not the high end stuff, but other than that, they carry every Michter's product you want. So, okay, now I know.
There you go. I mean, Stranahan is in PA they must have hit the Blue Peak, because I've seen it on every state store shelf I've been into in PA.
Yeah.
The Diamond Peak is fantastic. That's a good one. I've never
That's a
had
hard one to get though.
Which one? The Diamond Peak?
Yeah.
That's
I
the
have a
black.
bottle of it.
That's the
And then
black.
of course there's
Making that
Snowflake.
one?
And that Snowflake
It was
is what
one
he
of
just
them.
showed.
Snowflake.
Yeah, he had the snowflake.
Jody, if I send those samples, I'm gonna put some snowflake in it for you, brother.
Man, I appreciate that.
And I've only seen the Diamond Peak once. And
Well, John sent me
grab.
Jack Frost sent me the.
I saw it at Total Wines once, and it was a bottle, and for whatever reason, I just passed on it. So,
But now the yellow bottle, the standard that they have, is not something I really care for.
Oh,
it has
shit. Me love you long time.
Oh, boy.
Look at the little
Me so horny.
me so horny, and it's
Nice.
2 Asian girls. Ooh, yeah. Anyone else smell it? Oh wait, never mind. It's just Dave.
Hey, Ross, did you see this bottle, Ross?
Yeah, you know what time it is.
Oh
Rob,
yeah, that's the Polish
He's
vodka.
it.
Yeah, Rob, did you send me this?
Nice.
I did.
No.
Okay, I forgot I had the damn thing. I was like, oh, this shit is good.
Oh, it is good. Yeah.
I forgot I had it. Thank you, Jody. I was like, what the hell?
No, I didn't send it.
Oh, who
Chuck,
said
I did.
Oh, Chuck, thank you. I was like,
Yeah.
who the hell is this? I can't remember. Damn, I like this, man. I forgot I had it. I just discovered. I was like, oh shit.
Well, it's like when you were posting this weekend about the company. I was like, damn, I forgot he still had that.
yeah, I'm
having.
having.
And you responded. I was like, oh shit. Did anybody inbox you when you said that?
What? No. Nobody. Well, I don't know. They may have. I don't really pay attention to my messages. So.
And what I'm starting to do right now, as I'm getting
It's
into
honest.
some of my older bottles, the
Dunsies.
stuff that I really like, I'm like holding on for dear life. Like I walk past this Remus every day, and
Ooh,
that's
yeah.
all that's left. And it's
Yeah.
like,
No, get some more of that.
I went through 2 of those bottles. That's a hard one for me. It's a hard one for me to find now. But man, it is really
I haven't
good.
seen
That-
it in a minute.
it is really good.
I haven't seen
And-
it since that day that I talked to Chuck about it and bought 2 bottles at that time.
Well, the new one just released.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it when you posted it, but it's like I walked past it. I'm like, who the fuck drank that? Oh shit, that was me. The fuck?
But you know, when you're talking about
Hey, when that happens.
cheaper things that people are unfamiliar with, the company, not to keep bragging or boasting about them, but that has been a pleasant surprise of how good that is. You know, it's a comfortable proof on it. It has that maple taste to it that I really like. Charred maple, almost like a marshmallow taste, toasted. And it's toasted too, so it's just really, really good. And it's not, you know, even though it's made by the master distiller that used to work at Jack Daniels, it does not taste anything like Jack Daniels. It actually tastes good, and it's not real sweet and stuff like that, you know.
What I do like about the company, I guess, is both good and bad. Like this weekend, I'm doing 12 briskets, and I re-up on. I got some post oak, some hickory, and some cherry, and a little bit of pecan. And I was thinking, I'm gonna be out there for quite a while. What am I gonna drink this weekend while I'm sitting there managing the fire? I can tell you this. I will not pass the DUI checkpoint this weekend. It won't.
That's what's up.
So I'm trying to
You
figure
show
out-
up, you show back up at home, and Kay stand at the door and like, why do you have a police escort? I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought they were coming to see you. I had no idea.
Oh, so I'm just thinking. I'm thinking what I'm probably gonna do is, I got some Old Forester. But what I really think I'm gonna get into is some smoke wagon. But I can tell you one thing: sitting out there managing the fire for that long, I can really do some damage to a bottle. I really can, especially when I have briskets on. I know I'm not leaving the house, so it's like, okay, sit here and watch this fire and drink. That's it. that's the only game.
What day are
plan.
you doing that on Saturday?
I'm thinking I'm probably gonna do it. I'm gonna probably start really, really, really early on Saturday. Like I
I was just saying
start
because
about-
like if that was me, because I do a lot of my cooking on Saturday, and the way it starts is college game day comes on, I have it on, and then I'm sitting there cooking, and I generally try to wait until about noon, and I'll have a drink, or when the first game comes on, which is at 11 here Central Standard Time. But I have to also pace myself because the USC game, like this weekend, doesn't come on until 9:30 p.m.
Damn.
So
So
yeah.
what my game plan
So
normally
you're sleeping in your
consists
yard
of-
that night, or
no, I'm not gonna. Just not gonna be able to drink all day at all.
So what
I
I'm
got
gonna,
things to
what I'm
do
gonna
too.
do Saturday, I'll probably get up about 4:00. I will season all my briskets, let it sit. I'll go out, I'll start my fire. I'll come back in, I'll make breakfast, and I'll start off breakfast with a drink. You know, everything in the smoker, and then I'll let it ride out for maybe like an hour, and then I'll have another drink. So my rule of thumb is every time I throw a log on the fire, I throw one back or start a new one.
That's
There you
funny.
go.
I do the same thing this
That'll
hockey season.
Yeah.
I try to have a drink per period. And then I try to have that same thing go on during football. And I'm like, sometimes it go too fast, or sometimes it like I'm still holding on to it. Like the quarter went too fast because, in hockey, it's 20 minutes. Yeah, that's a good pace. But in football, it could be 12 minutes. Or I'm sorry, not 12 minutes. It is 16 minutes, isn't it? For professional or not for 15 minutes for college football. We'll say it's some number, but that number could be 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I figure 12 to 13 drinks on a Saturday. Yeah, I might sleep in the garage.
yeah, you know what?
You may go Jody on us.
Ooh,
Yeah.
here's a
oldest
question from
particular-
me. Love you long time. You guys see this? What's the oldest whiskey distillery in America? Anybody know off the top of their heads?
Mm.
Googling?
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone.
Well, wouldn't
All
Jack
right.
Daniels be one of them?
The oldest.
I'm not saying the oldest. It's got to be in the oldest population.
Yeah. I'm
But
gonna Google
but
it right now.
I would say it's the one that's up in Vermont. The one that's was George Washington's distillery.
But would that
You
include
mean Mount
active?
Vernon? That's
Mount. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, Mount Vernon.
Yeah,
I apologize.
it is probably among the oldest. True.
So, but would that
Or
include active?
What about the one who
distilleries?
started the one that was the preacher guy? Was that Elijah Craig?
Yeah, Craig is the preacher. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So wouldn't that be the oldest one?
But, I mean, but
Eatontown, New Jersey.
Yeah, there you go.
Laird and Company, America's oldest distillery.
and that's active.
I think it is LAIRD. I think it's
They
named.
make Applejack and Apple
Yes.
Brandy. Which
Oh yeah, that makes
sounds like
sense.
some kind of bullshit, but I know. Back in the day, I guess that was a little bit more acceptable. Because whiskey was like, started out with a reputation, kind of like a cowboy drink.
Mhm.
But anyway.
With
So there you
Sean
go.
in it. Yeah, there you go. Me love you long time. We answered your question for you.
There you go.
We're just like Google because we Googled it.
That's
Like,
right.
Literally, I'm surprised that stumped Chuck. But for the rest of us, we're just here to drink. So
Yeah. Speaking
So-
of which, Chuck, you've been kind of MIA, man. What's new with you, brother? What's
Yeah.
been
No,
going
not
on?
too much. Hanging in there. Got some things going on with life that I've had to make some changes with, and
All right, Tom.
You know. personal things, and trying to get used to that. And I no longer have to. I've been released from my medical, so I can go do whatever I want now.
So all those skydiving activities and stuff that you've been doing, that's the reason why you've been not
Yes,
able to
they can
join us.
continue now. But yeah, I'm doing good, and hanging in there. But getting back on the what's new is Heaven Hill's supposed to come out with the new Heritage Collection. It's a 20-year small batch Kentucky straight corn whiskey, so that we're going to see that in 23, of course. They had the 2007 or the 17-year Heaven Hill Heritage Series,
That's
which
good.
released a few months ago.
That's gonna be damned expensive.
Yeah, I'm going to probably just guess at like say 325.
Out of my range.
Most
Definitely
places
out
will
of my
probably have it at like 6 to 8.
Definitely out.
I don't want to spend that much money to get drunk.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Stella's
want to get
supposed
drunk.
come out with
I
another-
just like to have a few drinks, but
Mm-hmm.
No.
that's out of my range of what I want to pay for something that's, to me, that's unknown, and it's corn whiskey. So
Yeah, but I bet we're going to see a lot more of that corn whiskey stuff.
Why you say
You know,
that?
Well, because we have mellow corn, and nobody really likes that too much, or they shit all over it. But we're getting to the point where we're saturated with everything else. We're now, and the whole thing is, we have whiskey or bourbon that's 5 years and less, even 6 years, going for $100.
That's crazy. But that's true though too.
People are squeezing out everything they can, finished whiskeys that are basically adulterated with other products and calling them finished, but that's because of the laws. The TTB rules have to change on that. But it's a shit show right now where everybody wants bourbon. So everybody's just squeezing between everything out they can between their cheeks right now and throwing it out there for $100.
That was a visual.
That was.
Yeah.
Mm.
All
But
right,
that's
so
what
Chuck,
it's,
let me-
that's what's going on.
So let me ask you this, Chuck. It's the popularity of the whole bourbon thing.
Yeah, the bourbon boom. Yeah.
So is this expected to last for another 10 years, another 15 years? Or is it going to get to the point to where like a lot of markets where it eventually pops?
It'll eventually pop again. I'm not sure when. But you're going to have the core products. You're going to have your Pappy Van Winkles. You're going to have your BTACs. You're going to have your Heaven Hill Heritage Series. You're going to have your other products that are highly allocated. Everybody wants them. They're going to be the ones that everybody wants, and we're seeing that now, where we're seeing people going nuts over Blanton's for some reason. More worse than any other product out there. Then you have your Eagle Rare, which is next in line. Everybody wants that, and of course your Weller products. Store owners get tired of hearing about, hey, you got Weller, you got Blanton's.
No, it's you got the Wellers.
Though that's true, the Wellers. Yes, you have to add that. Yeah,
You
the
gotta
Wellers.
hear
So
that.
it's like the holy hand grenade from Monty Python.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$5.99.
So is it going to happen to stuff that would be considered like an everyday pour? Like, let's say, for instance, even though I haven't even seen it down here either, say your smoke wagons or your old Forester, or is it the supply is just well enough that it's not going to become allocated?
No, we're going to see a lot more stuff become allocated as time goes on. But it's basically going to be just to get tourism in the places where it's produced. That's for one. And plus it drives up the market for that product.
Do you think that's going to happen with like some of your standard whiskeys? Like I think what Billy was alluding to is like Woodford Reserve, like just your normal Woodford Reserve. You think that's going to become allocated? Because I can find that.
No, not Woodford Reserve.
Okay.
No.
So just curious, because you can go into Costco and you can find the Reserve and the regular one and all that, but why not those products when they're just as popular, or if in some cases more?
They're solid too.
Yeah, they are solid, but they're not sought after, and they're not talked about on the pages like some other products are. And then you're going to have your distributors out there saying to themselves, hey, let's take this bottle of Wild Turkey 101 and make it allocated to the state or the distillery only, or take this and create a totally different product out of it, age it an extra year, call it something else, and charge an extra $50 for it. You're going to start seeing that stuff too.
Got it. Okay. I mean, and I guess, certain things like your Maker's Mark and your Weatherford Reserve, which you can find in pretty much any hotel bar. So, I mean, I guess they kind of have their own market where they don't need to try to allocate it, because it pays the rent, so to speak, because they can just get so much of it off.
The other thing, one of you guys asked the question, and probably you, Billy, about where do you think the market's going to go? I think a lot of it has to do with where our market is today in the economy. We're in a bear market right now, and as this recession goes, if it were to go into full blown recession, that's a bare minimum 6 months of recovery.
Yeah.
All right, and at that point, you have less buying power as a consumer, and the distillers know this as well. Now, the fortunate thing the distillers have got, they can just keep aging it, and with hopes that they're going to be able to
have a
rebound and recapture that market when it comes back up. Go ahead.
One thing though, and you probably know this, is that the beverage industry or the distilleries know this as well, that the booze industry is pretty much recession proof.
Yeah, this is true. It is, but there's still, when you look at the supply demand curve, when you start looking at wants and needs, all right, you have to sometimes divide it down to that. You start then becoming where it's classes of people can afford certain things rather than others. Like right now, you're talking about the gas prices are coming down, and it's probably as an economist and as people that my colleagues as well, we've discussed, the vast majority of it's coming down because driving is now become more of, I'm only going to drive when I need to, or I'm going to carpool, or I'm going to, if I have the opportunity to take the bus or the transit or whatever, I'm going to. So that's probably what we're seeing the most of the money that's bringing down the prices a little bit is demand is softened. What I was going to say about it is, as when you divide it up to want and needs, if you can always afford it, you're gonna stay. Your equilibrium is going to stay constant the whole time. As long as supply's there, your demand's going to stay the same. All right. But if it's a want or need, and I use this with my students all the time, and you think about it, if you normally pay for a pizza pie is normally $20, and then tomorrow it's $40, you don't have a want anymore for it, right? So demand goes down. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So it's the same thing. Like, whereas gasoline, if we have a need to go someplace, we're going to still pay up to 20 or whatever dollars per gallon until we're all riding ponies to work. All right. So it is what it is because it's a need. It's not a want so much.
And I get that. And I will say this, I don't want to say it was proof, but the liquor stores beat COVID. The liquor stores didn't close, especially here in Miami. Liquor stores were made to stay open. You had to stand at the door, place your order, do the transaction, but they would literally go around to restaurants, the police, and be like, I don't care, shut the doors, everybody out now. Pool halls, whatever it was, bowling alleys, everybody out. That's it. You're done. But the liquor store, some of them went to 24 hours. Because
there's multiple reasons for that. One of the bigger ones, at least it was expressed to me, and this is to not get political because I know we dance around this shit all the time. But like when you have, say, a hospital during the pandemic and hospitals are full of people who are sick with COVID, you don't want to add to that with a bunch of people who are going to alcohol withdrawals because they can't basically get their fix of booze because you shut down the liquor stores. So they kept those open. A lot of people complain about that.
With the DT.
You can say this and that. Yeah, right. You don't want people needing detox, right? Or got the damn shakes and they're going to they're packing the already overpacked ERs. You guys remember I was on this show, I think a couple of years ago during the pandemic. I sat with somebody who's having chest pains and a heart condition, a client that I work with. I sat in the emergency room with this individual for 11 hours and did not get seen until he decided he was tired and wanted to go
Were you
home.
In Canada? Because that sounds just like socializing.
I was in Murfreesboro, sir, Tennessee. And 11 hours, a person who has multiple medical conditions, that's how overpacked they were. You want to add a bunch of people with the shakes because they're going into alcohol withdrawals on top of that?
I'm sure
you're looking at a nightmare.
Well, that, and we also have
it's the logistics, right, of getting it all
right.
There's a solution, yes.
PA tried it.
But
PA
administering
it lasted all of about 2 weeks before they decided they could reopen it. I think
that was right before Thanksgiving.
That's a right. I could get on board with.
Part of that was Ohio going, dudes, all your people from PA are coming over here and crushing my stores at the borders.
Yeah.
New York, you're crushing us at the borders. Like, reopen your damned liquor stores.
And here in Miami, they actually had cops assigned to liquor stores, and so it wouldn't get like crazy. Yeah, but I mean, literally, you just have them post there outside the store so they wouldn't act stupid. But I mean, it was crazy, but they were standing outside like, I need my fix, And it was, it was beer, it was hard stuff, it was cheap stuff, it was plastic stuff, it was stuff with a handle, whatever people could get. Like, the liquor stores couldn't keep up. It was like,
well, that's because they're all driving home and realizing they're going to spend the next 2 weeks for sure to flatten the curve with their family, and they're like, "Fuck this." Anyway, hey, listen, guys, I need to bounce. So,
alrighty,
you guys enjoy your afternoon. Thank you for having me again, and I'm out. So y'all have a wonderful evening.
Alrighty,
Have a good one,
brother.
Deuces.
Okay, now let's go.
All right,
Yeah,
wow, shit about it. Fuck that guy.
So Rob, what's new with you, brother?
He's
Real
back.
quick. Don't anybody be talking about fuck that guy as soon as I leave.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I'll say it while you're here. I don't care.
Fuck that
Later,
guy.
guys.
Fuck you, Tony.
All right. Because my friend David says now it gets good.
That's what's up.
Yeah, what an ass. I served with him overseas. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.
Later.
Have a good one.
So Rob, what's
He's like,
new,
wait,
man?
look at him. He's still in the back. Look at him.
Got you-
Yeah,
working
he is.
hard. What's
That
new,
month,
man?
oh, he's gone. Okay.
What's that, Billy?
What's new? They got you working hard, man. What's going on up in that neck of the
Yeah.
woods?
So I walked into this place. We had the day before I got here, they fired the GM. The executive chef walked out 2 weeks before that. And they fired the GM because won't go into full detail, but let's just say the amount of weeks that I am behind in getting this place up and running the way it should be is the amount of weeks that guy worked for us.
Wow.
So-
Damn. Sorry I asked. Gino, what's good, brother?
I wash my hands off. I wash off. Very good, brother. I can help you.
President of the company, VP of the company. My DM's been here 4 times over the last 2 weeks. It is what it is, we just got to. I just working my arse off. I'm not even drinking that much. This is the most I've drank in almost during the week in almost 3 weeks.
Wow. Yeah, they want their money back, right?
Right.
Like I work. I go in at 5:30 or 6. I work until 8 or 9. I grab some dinner. I eat, and
You're done.
I'm out.
Yeah.
9:30. Like I'm passed out in bed. There's no TV. There's no lights are dark. My room is dark at 9:30.
You don't even have enough energy to drink. That says a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I don't have the energy to drink.
Yeah, I know, man. I mean, listen, I'm so happy that, between Cisco, Cheney Brothers, and GFS, everybody's asked for more sauce, and now they want to start with the rubs. But I'm like, listen, give me like 2 weeks to get you caught with the rubs, because I'm up to my ears in it, man. And just like you, this is probably the first drink I've had since last Sunday when the Dolphins played. Like, that's literally a beer, and I had a drink tonight, so I get it. But yeah, the work is the thing that always gets you, though.
So if you saw my Facebook post yesterday, it was my anniversary. This is the 3rd year in a row I've traveled. I was looking back at Facebook. I'm like, damn, I haven't been home for 3 years on my anniversary now.
People started ain't gonna believe you're married.
Yeah, your wife's gonna start having an attitude about that. You keep on.
Yeah.
The last year was 25. I missed 25. I was on the road 25th.
Oof.
That's a
You
tough
better-
Oh, trust me, there was a big makeup dinner, and I told my boss, I'm like, dude, you're buying dinner this weekend for me and the wife. He's like, yeah, Rob, I am. I know. Turn it in on the expense. Don't worry about it.
Nice. Gino, what's up with you, buddy?
Not much, man. We talked last week. I'm giving up the cigarettes. I'm into it now.
How's
What
that
is it?
going?
72 hours without one.
Nice. Good for
Okay.
you. Congrats.
Moving on down the road.
You ain't
Can't
punching
wait
nobody
for
in the
this
face
weekend.
yet?
Not yet. Want to
Okay.
strangle a few, but hey,
Think about it every moment.
I definitely would not look good in prison stripes. So
Yeah.
but no, it's going.
Cold turkey 18 years ago.
Like Bad Santa.
It's what they say. The first 24 hours sucks. But yeah, so it's moving along. But yeah,
Good.
I can't wait for the weekend. Get something on the smoker, chill out.
Okay, nice. What about you, Mark? You made the show. Talk to us. What's new and interesting?
I'm scared to come off mute, right? They got the group text going with the game. Yeah, not a whole lot, man. Work drive me the fuck crazy. I am thoroughly enjoying this. Chuck, thank you, brother. I swear.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I thought Rob, and you sent me this a minute ago. That's what's bad.
Mm.
That means I have too many bottles, but this is a damn good bottle. Shit, I like this.
It is good.
But I mean, not much going on. I'm here. I woke up. Got a few things going on myself on this end, but nothing major. I keep waking up. My Washington Redskin football team Commanders won last week.
There you go.
I'm okay.
Listen, I don't care what happens. The Dolphins won and Dallas lost. Fuck it.
Hey,
Beautiful.
You know what?
Cowboys lost.
A win's a win.
Fuck the Cowboys. I'm sorry. Hey, Lynn, if you're watching, fuck the Cowboys. I still love you, brother. Bro,
David, you
Man,
big nosed bastard. Tell us
that's
what's
right.
new, brother.
Man, not too getting ready. Hopefully here in the next month or two, making some big changes in my personal life, and I'm kind of like cleaning up other things I'm doing. I literally today deleted the Facebook app off my phone. I am so fucking sick of social media and just all the nonsense. Facebook and Twitter's gone. I keep Instagram because my girlfriend sends me like funny dog videos or whatever that she makes of our dog. So I kind of have to watch, like contractually obligated. But other than that, like I'm kind of done with everything. So like just kind of like what is it, that Marie Kondo or whatever, like doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it. Like I've just been doing that shit lately. Just gone. Quit like 95% of all the groups and pages and stuff like that I follow. Just cut it all out. I'm done with it. It's over. So yeah, moving on to other things. Find a new use for my time. I'm excited.
There you go, man. That's what's up. I'm glad to hear everybody's doing good, man, doing their thing, you know. Listen, we're getting to be that time of the year for the holidays, so everybody gonna be stressed out. So everybody try to take it easy and relax, you know.
Oh, hey Billy.
Yeah, talk to me.
I'm thinking about it. So I'm gonna send Jody some samples. You guys know it's September. You know what flavor always comes on September, so you know what you all gonna be getting.
Oh my!
Gino doesn't know because Gino's a knucklehead. Because I still don't have Gino's address, so I'm not gonna ask again. But I'm just saying.
I DM'd that to you last week, brother.
I never got it, but my guys know. Even Mal knows in London. He's like, what the fuck?
Man, I got a semi right now.
That boy say I got a semi, and I ain't talking about a Mack truck, baby.
Okay.
Where is he?
I ain't talking about a Peterbilt.
Yeah, last Thursday, 9:25 p.m. Man, you got it. Phone number included.
That's what's up.
I gotta go find it. All right, you got something.
It's on the Mark Lewis account.
There you go.
Yeah, I got this this caterer who last Christmas had bought a brisket from me. And I guess he just wanted to try it, so he hit me up the other day. He's like, "Listen, I have a question for you. How many briskets can you make at one time?" I'm like, "Well, how many do you want?" He's like, "I need 9 to 12 briskets." I said, "Well, is it 9 or is it 12? There's no in between." He's like, "Just make 12 of them." I'm like, "Okay." So, yeah, it's gonna be a busy weekend, but it's gonna be good. But again, like I said, man, I'm glad to see everybody's doing well. I know, Rob, I know they're working the dog shit out of you.
Yeah, for
you
real.
know. And listen, the world is fucking crazy, guys. Let's just be thankful for another day. You know?
Yeah.
I'll drink to that shit, yeah.
Shit that's going on nowadays.
It's crazy everywhere, brother.
It's fucking absolutely nuts. But yeah, man, I'm just glad to see everybody's doing well. And Chuck, it's good to see you again, brother. Miss you.
Good to see everybody else. I was missing you guys too.
So nice to have you back, man.
Yeah. Jody's gone. Like,
I know I've been running my mouth on the VIP page a lot, but that doesn't help. You know, but that's not too personal.
No, I mean, for us, it's fine. I mean, yeah, anyone who's watching this is not going to see that, but like for us, it's fine because we're all boys with each other basically, and it's good to hear from you and see you participating and stuff.
And not for nothing, Chuck. Again, man, you know, the knowledge that you drop on us goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you tell us about something, it's
someone's asking for win sauce.
Oh yeah, all you got to do is say the word.
That's my dad.
I know.
Yeah.
Sauce.
Chuck, the knowledge you drop on us either in the VIP or on Facebook. Listen, I may not get a chance to read it when you drop it, but when you post something about something coming out, to me, it's all educational. You know, it's just like, man, it's good to know. I think I saw you post.
It's all about jealousy. Going, State of PA ain't getting that bullshit in.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna see that.
A lot of it is jealousy. I will say that because like I see you post stuff about heaven here, and it's like I'll never get that.
Yeah, speaking of Heaven Hill, there's
That happens a lot for me too. Honestly, I say, "Oh, this sounds interesting.
Well,
I can afford it."
We started that earlier in the pre-show. I was talking to
Chateau.
Chuck about the picture he posted at that store, and it's like, for me,
oh yeah,
I'd be there for a while trying to make the decision. For Chuck, it's like, oh, I see that all the time.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily the Buffalo Trace stuff. I don't see that all the time, but that's something that my regular guys don't just sit there and go, "Hey, do you want Blanton's?" They know me.
Yeah.
Right.
They know that I'm looking for Heaven Hill 17. They know I'm looking for all the strangers, the stuff that's allocated but not Buffalo Trace.
Hey, listen, Chuck, let's be real. You get the stuff that only God gets. Let's just be honest here, okay?
I won't go that far.
I would. I'm going that far.
I haven't quite made it to that status yet.
Oh man, but no. Again, a lot of it is good educational stuff that just really lets you know. Okay, hey, this is what it is.
No, I
this is
appreciate
what's coming
that.
out.
I put a lot of time into it.
I see it. I know you. You have to because one thing I will say that I really enjoy about the stuff you put out, it's always current. You're not regurgitating it from another page because everybody sees that stuff. Everybody knows.
Well, this stuff's from the TTB. The TTB's been down the past couple of days for some type of issue.
Okay.
Yeah, but still, it's not the same as like the regurgitate where you're talking about like all the bourbon pages and stuff like that. Everyone's passing around the same information. It's just whoever can get to it first.
Yeah,
that's all. And all that.
And
crap.
what I find with these other bourbon groups is that
they
don't
action survey.
They're almost like the news stations sometimes. They don't want to be right. They just want to be first.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So
it's like okay. But when you post something, it's different. So, and it's like you said, when you walk into the store, you don't worry about the price because they treat you well. And listen, I don't have that privilege, but when I go to my butcher, it's the same thing. I don't shop in the front of the butcher store. I don't. I'll go in the back and I'd be like, all right, I need 12 brisket. And he's like, all right, well, pick the ones you want. And I don't pay the retail prices,
Yeah.
So I get it, and it's a nice privilege to have. I mean, but yeah, a little bit it is jealousy. I ain't gonna even front. It is.
Well, it takes a lot to get to that point where I'm at, though, too. Yeah. So
that's a well-developed relationship.
Yes, it is.
You can't gamify it either because you don't get relationships like that by being like, I give you X amount of money, and then you do something nice for me.
You have to honestly be genuine too.
Yeah, it has to be real.
Absolutely, but it's almost like a profession with you, though, Chuck. I mean, and that's a good thing. I mean, because as much as stuff that you have access to, you have knowledge about the product. So that boy's got a semi.
He's cuddling. He's cuddling right now. I think I'll spoon later.
Drink up. There's more.
That's what's up.
See, that is another flex. No, but just your education, your knowledge, nobody's gonna ever try to pull anything over you. I mean, you have the relationship, but people know what you know. So, not like we can charge this guy, 300% over market, and he's not some tater that just wants it, so he's gonna pay for it.
Well, most of my guys actually they give it to me at cost or maybe just a little bit over.
Can't be mad about that.
Not at all.
Not at all.
But I don't do that they don't do that with everything.
No, of course. I mean, and you know they have to make a living, but
gotta make a dime.
Yeah, it's that relationship.
But they do throw me some bones a lot.
Yeah. I mean, the same thing with my butcher. When I go into the shop, I bring them new sauces and stuff like that. They asked me one day, hey, put a couple of bottles up here and let's see what happens. And, they sung my praises and gone. Now I'm on the shelves in the store, So
sure,
I get it. That relationship thing is real.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Even with the wood I got yesterday. Yeah.
Mark's got to stop now.
I still have wood, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. I got to pick my own logs yesterday. That was kind of a first for me. But again, all that. Yeah. you know. and the beautiful thing is, when it comes to picking my logs, I don't have to split them. Somebody else does it.
Mhm.
Boom. Throw it in the back of the truck.
Mark, say
Nice.
something. Please say something about it.
Mark, say it, man.
You can't stop yourself right now.
It's just cool. I get nervous.
Oh, man, you guys are too much.
You picking them out and splitting them, man.
Hey, and Mark,
Yes,
my
sir.
logs have bark on them.
Oh, oh my goodness.
Yo.
I'm gonna drink to
Oh
that.
my god.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
for real.
All right, boys. I've got about 2 hours worth of menu writing to do here.
All right.
Yeah, it's probably a good time to call it here. Yeah,
Shout out to Oklahoma.
We're over an hour.
I
Hour
don't
10.
know
All
why.
right.
For some
Good
I'm shout out
combo,
to
though.
Oklahoma. Davis
Yeah,
were in
absolutely.
Oklahoma. I don't know why, but shout out to Oklahoma and armadillos. I don't know.
Yeah, Dead Armadillo. It's
You
a
good
it's a
to
brewery in
yourself.
Tulsa. It's like there's not a lot in Tulsa, but good brewery, good beer.
'Cause I've never
Um,
eaten armadillo. I don't know.
Be good to yourselves, boys.
It's a brewery
sir.
beer. I didn't eat an armadillo.
If Billy
Although, if
cooks it, I'll eat it.
Two
though.
more drinks than I probably would. But
Listen, I haven't done an armadillo. I've done kangaroo. I've done snake. I've done bison. I've done bear, alligator.
yeah,
Iguana?
yeah.
You done iguana yet?
Oh yeah, I done iguana years ago.
Yeah,
Tree
iguana.
lizard.
Years ago.
Now, people
It's not bad.
liken armadillo to koala.
I've heard that.
Oh shit.
I've heard that.
I don't know if I could eat a koala.
I've
I
had
could eat an
either.
armadillo because I mean, look at their ass. Like you can find any meat on it, but you know. Whatever.
Gentlemen,
But it's called the
sky's
dead
fuck-
armadillo. Yeah, it sounds like you're about to.
Yeah,
I thought Miami was going to sink into the ocean. It sounds
well,
like you're going to get hit by a meteor.
we are peak hurricane season right now.
Still, man.
And that's why all my wood is in my garage instead of outside getting dried up more.
You put your wood.
But
Keep your wood moist, man. You gotta keep that wood. Don't let it
yeah,
dry.
yesterday in Miami we got 6 inches. Palm Beach, I think they got
Mark, go
7.
ahead. Go on, Mark. Go on, Mark.
Seven.
I
was
tried to
wide
end the
open right
fucking
there.
show, but there's too
There's
many
so much
puns.
there.
There's too many puns.
Yes.
It's wide
It's
open.
wood. It's dry. Just there's so much. Keep going, Billy. I'm sorry. Keep going, brother.
No, I'm done. I've given you enough alley-oops for the night.
It's not white sauce yet.
We're gonna play this back for weeks, probably.
It wasn't in and around his mouth. He's okay.
Oh, Lord.
It was all that white sauce all around his wood,
Oh,
that dry
boy,
wood, all in that he's.
It was a slammer, but wasn't from Alabama.
All right, gentlemen.
The ATL slammer.
ATL slammer. Nice.
I didn't say that tip. They did.
Shit. All right, guys. I'm gonna end the live show. Y'all been with us to this point.
Yeah, all right.
We've entered full on shenanigans. Nothing but love for y'all.
Yes.
Be good to yourselves, not to steal
Yes,
your
sir.
catchphrase.
Love you guys.
Absolutely.
But enjoy yourselves. Take care. We'll see you next week.
Later, guys.
All right, fellas.